Welcome everybody to a look at another Imprint Collection film, and it is Night of the Eagle from 1962, also known as Burn Witch Burn, which is the title that this film on the disc is actually given, as that was a US release, so no doubt that is a widely, available release. But yeah, still, it's directed by Sidney Hayers, who I've not seen anything else from before, but I definitely will be after seeing this. And it's a horror film clocking in at 90 minutes long. Stars Peter Wingard, who was mostly well known for his TV roles in the 60s and 70s in the UK in particular, but he was also in The Innocents a year prior to this alongside Deborah Kerr, which he was very good in, as well as had a minor role in the likes of Flash Gordon. Also stars Colin Gordon, who was in the likes of the original Pink Panther, Strong Room, The Green Man, and the 1963 version of The Running Man. It's about a skeptical college professor who discovers that his wife has been practicing magic for years. Like the learned, rational fellow he is, he forces her to destroy all her magical charms and protective devices and stop that foolishness. He isn't put off by her insistence that his professional rivals are working magic against him, and her protections are necessary to his career and life. So I think I kind of love this British horror film. That, to my surprise, was made for a mere £50,000, which is obviously quite a lot of money in the grand scheme of things to a normal person, but for a film production, that is very, very small. For instance, The Innocents, which, like I said, also starred Peter Wingard, was made for £430,000, so nearly 10 times the amount than something like Doctor No, for instance, cost about $1 million. So very, very small amount of budget for the kind of film that this is. And considering how amazing this looks, and in particular thanks to the set piece in the final act, that is a remarkable achievement to make this kind of film for that little amount of money. The two leads are also great. It is well paced. The cinematography is on point. The setting is well used. It is effective at building tension. The score is good. The plot is engrossing throughout, and the supporting cast is decent. So this is number 261 in the Imprint collection. And yeah, it's got a whole host of extras on the disc. There's the other kind of artwork that it's got going for it. And we've also got the reversible artwork as well for the alternative title. Like I said, it is Burn Witch Burn. I personally prefer Night of the Eagle, to be honest. It's a little bit more, I guess you could say, ambiguous. Not quite sure what that title could mean, but it does make perfect sense when you finally watch the film. And in terms of extras, we've got the likes of a 1080p high definition presentation from a 2K scan from the US version, like I said, called Burn Witch Burn. You got audio commentary by screenwriter Richard Matheson, audio commentary by Flipside founders Vic Pratt and William Fowler from 2023, audio commentary by film historian Scott Harrison from 2023. You got an interview with actor Peter Wingard. You got the Devil in Music interview with author David Huckville or Huckvale from 2023. You got Fritz Lieber's Conjure Wife video essay by film scholar Rachel Knightley from 2023. You got I Do Believe, The Evil Eye of Sidney Hayers, which is a video essay by film historian Howard S. Berger Berger from 2023. You've also got the opening title sequence from the UK version of the film, and you got theatrical trailers for both versions of the film as well. So yeah, the only real difference outside of the title for the US version is there's a pre-credit sequence or pre-credit narration, basically, which is basically giving people protection from the evil spirits of this film, mainly for the US audience. No doubt to try and allay any fears that this might incur some kind of evil demonic presence or something like that. But yeah, that's the only real difference. It goes on a little bit too long, that bit, so I personally would skip over it. It doesn't really add anything to the film. Just extends the running time by a couple of minutes, unnecessarily so, I feel. But still, overall, an excellent film. Easily one of my favorite horror films that I've seen for the first time this year. Especially in terms of first time watches from before this year in terms of films released. And yeah, highly recommend it if you're into British horror from the 60s. It's a bit of a opposite to the likes of the Hammer horror kind of genre, Hammer horror films from the 60s, because it's not lavish in terms of production. It's in black and white, so it doesn't have this lavish cinematography and everything like that. But the cinematography still gets across what it needs to, and yeah, even though it's not got lavish production, it still is convincing in terms of its setting, and like I said, in particular in terms of its final act. So Well worth watching if you've not seen it, but if you have, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. I personally give it 4.5 out of 5. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.